Welcome to beautiful Western Sydney, Australia. Today we're here at the home of the Sydney Blue Sox, the Blacktown International Sports Park. We're here to watch Game 1 of the Australian Baseball League season, Sydney against the Adelaide Giants. Now, this is my first time ever being to a baseball game in Australia, but this is now the third country that I've watched a professional baseball match in. Obviously, growing up in Portland, I've seen the Mariners a handful of times before, and in Japan, seeing the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. But now, living in Australia, time to get behind a local team. But even though baseball is very niche here in Australia, I think the sport is growing a bit. They had a pretty good game in the World Baseball Classic. The #1 overall pick in the MLB draft recently is an Australian. Good news for this game, Yuta Akihiro, the tallest baseball player in Japan. He is 22 years old. He is 6 foot 8 inches tall. He plays for the Yomiuri Giants. He's actually playing right now for the Adelaide Giants, who the Sydney is playing today. So we'll get to see him. But the big story of this game today, Alex Wells, a former MLB pitcher, he'll be pitching for Sydney today, and his brother, Lachlan Wells, has won. He won last year with the Adelaide Giants, the ABL. He's the reigning ABL MVP, and we'll have two brothers on the mound against each other today. So I'm excited to get in. Let's take a look at the stadium here. You can see this is another part of the stadium here behind me, but let's get in and see what Australian baseball is all about. So I went to the little merchandise shop and I picked up Sydney Blue Sox baseball. Pretty cool. This is a neat little stadium. It is small. Probably, I don't know, 2,000 seats, maybe less. But it's really nicely laid out, I have to say. And there's some food trucks here. We have 3 food trucks. You have really intimate, nice seating. Like little picnic benches. It's just nice. Very family-friendly atmosphere, I have to say. And there's a lot of kids here. Like, you know, for baseball being as niche as it is in Australia, there's a lot of kids here that seem like pretty pumped to be at a baseball game. And with tickets only being about $8 to $12 each, for families, it's like a great option, it seems like. So here's the view from my seat, and as you can see, like, you're right down here pretty close, and this seat was $11, just to let you know. Actually, over there, that building down there is the merchandise shop where I just picked up that baseball a few moments ago. So first impressions overall are really good. Game starts in about half an hour, so I might go and grab a beer, grab a bite to eat, and maybe we'll see how the food is here. So of course we got the hard rated. This is my favorite Australian alcoholic beverage. But I noticed they had this cheesy hot dog. It's either some liquid cheese, some shredded cheese on there. Pretty standard sausage though. Bun's a little bit dry. This was about $10, so we'll give this a try and see. It's all right. Weirdly, for as much cheese as on this, it doesn't really taste cheesy. I kind of just taste the sausage. I would say this is about a 4 out of 10. But there was a lot of other food options over there, like Philly cheesesteaks and things like that, but this was just what I went with. If I come back, I might try something different. One thing I've noticed, there's a lot of people in NPB jerseys here. I saw a guy with the Yomiuri Giants jersey. Now, the Yomiuri Giants do have a partnership with the Adelaide Giants. But I've also saw some people in Chiba Latte Marines jerseys. I think Chiba might have a deal with Sydney, I'm not 100% sure. But it's interesting. Now, obviously, Japan is very close to Australia. We're only an hour time difference. And NPB is quite a big league, second biggest league in the world. So I think they're about to introduce the lineups. So I'm looking over at the Giants dugout right now. I don't see Yuta Akihiro. So I don't know, maybe if he hasn't made the trip over from Japan yet or whatever it is, but I feel like I would see a 6 foot 8 Japanese dude over there, and at the moment I don't.
On first base is Jason Spurway, and second is Jerry Clark. And the third baseline is A3.
So they did just announce the starting lineup. Yuta Akihita will be batting fourth, so we will see him today. That's pretty exciting. Japan's tallest baseball player. They actually have little kids running out into the field with more players. I've never seen that before. Reminds me of like what they do in soccer. That's what I think they do that in soccer. They count all the kids. Never seen that in baseball before, but that's a really cool touch. They're trying to grow the game with the younger generation, which is seeing the amount of kids here. They're doing a pretty good job. Like I said earlier, that was Alex Wells on the pitching mound. I think he played for the Orioles at some point in his career, bounced around the minor leagues a little bit, but 3 up, 3 down. Let's see if Sydney can get anything going here, bottom of the first. Now, I don't think this is his brother starting on the mound, so he might be pitching in relief. I'm not sure. But I think their starting pitcher for Adelaide, this is either Kiyamoto or Yamada, who are both prospects for the Yomiuri Giants. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before. Making him go back. I like the effort. No runs scored, but number 65 especially had a hell of an at-bat. I timed that 4 minutes, just a bit more than a 4-minute at-bat from him. So I was going to try to get a video of Yuta's first at-bat, but he literally ground out on the first pitch he got, so I didn't catch it.
Ready, set, and go! Let's get him going, let's get him going! Go, really fast, fast hands! Oh, it's a tie so far! We got 2 in this one! 2 now, 3 now, 1! Keep going, nice and fast!
Got another full count. I have to say, this catcher for Adelaide has really been struggling.
Hey!
Nice! Amazing bat, his first at bat, and now he just got a base knock as well. Really good batter, Yamamoto. Yeah! Bases loaded, 0 outs so far. We might finally get a run on the board for Sydney. For a second when those first 2 outs happened there, the bases loaded, that it was going to end with no runs, but 2 runs now, and it seems like the pitcher's getting pulled. Actually, not a bad level of play so far. Now that catcher for Adelaide is definitely struggling at the moment. They've had a bad game overall. And having your starting pitcher pulled, 3 innings into a game, not great. But like overall, it's a really fun, it's a fast-paced game. I've only been here about an hour and we're already at the top of the 4th. Yeah, and it's just really interesting. And I mentioned the NPB jerseys, a lot of them around. And there are, but what's also interesting is there's a lot of Japanese people here, just in general. There's a few ladies up behind me in the stands, they've been speaking Japanese the entire time. A few people across from me have been speaking Japanese, and a lot of the players on both teams are Japanese. So it's very interesting. It seems like maybe NPB is using this league as a bit of a farm league of sorts. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to look into that a little bit more. But yeah, and there's a lot of kids here. Like I've mentioned that a couple times, but there's so many kids running all over the place. I'm sure you've seen them in the video so far, but I got a VB. The hard rateds weren't cold. So I got a VB. This is my first time actually trying a VB since being in Australia. Not my favorite. It's alright. I'll give the VB a 6 out of 10. Rain's coming down quite heavily now. That beautiful Australian summer weather. Wells is starting to look a little bit tired out there, but they turn the double play to end the inning. Interesting to see if he's still on the mound for the start of the 7th or not, but we'll see. Start of the 7th and new pitcher on the mound, so yeah, but he had really good through 6. He did really good. 1 hit, no runs, so Sox have a 2-0 lead at the moment. Let's see if they can carry that on. Just need 3 more innings. Relief pitcher serving up much more hittable stuff. The right fielder saved what looked like it was going to be a triple. Amazing defensive play. I wish I would have got on camera, but I didn't. But then your third batter up, I hit the ball right to the pitcher. He throws into the double play, and they didn't get a run there. I think they shut up, but we're going to the 8th now. Sydney's still up 2-0. And this game's only been going for 2 hours, and we're already almost done. Giants have 2 runners on, no outs. Absolutely massive error on what should have been a routine throw to first base. And Sydney's extend the lead now. 4-run lead, 5-1. And touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Putting the closer in now. Just need 3 more outs.
Throw it out, throw it out! Oh, play! Throw it out!
Need 1 more out. 2-run game, 1 more out. Well, now it's a 1-run game after that home run. 2 outs. 4-5. Sydney ahead by a single run. And we have the 6'8" tallest Japanese baseball player of all time coming up to bat. Let's see how it goes. It's not what you want. They've runner on first, and they're only down by one. We need one out. And by the way, that was a 2-strike, 2-ball pitch. We need 3 strikes or 1 out, and this game's over. And my train, by the way, is leaving in 10 minutes. We've got a new pitcher on the mound. He just needs to get 1 out. Fresh arm. Let's see if he can do it. Let's go! Wow. So convinced that they were going to hit that homer there. It was honestly really close to being a homer, but no, it's an out. And Sydney wins the game 5-4. Thank God, because like I said, my train is leaving in like 10 minutes, so I have to rush to hit it now on time. That was a really fun time. That was really fun. The game moved pretty quick. It started at 7:30. It's 10:22 at the moment. Like I said, for the $11 I paid, man, like, I feel like you can't really beat that. So many families, young kids, all sorts of stuff, and like a lot of the adults that were there, like, you know, not just parents with kids. There was a lot of people like my age or younger, 30s, early to mid 20s. Not what I was expecting. I thought there was going to be maybe a lot of older people, but no, like a lot of young adults, which I think that bodes really well for baseball in this country in general going forward, because I would love to see baseball get more popular in Australia. So if you're in Australia, please go and support. If you have a team local to you in the ABL, please go and support it, because, you know, these teams, I don't know how much money they make, but it can't be a ton. And I'd really like to see this league get bigger, do better. And, you know, if you're not in Australia, if you can't go see one of these teams, or if you're in Australia and you're in an area that doesn't have a team nearby, there's an app, I think it's called Baseball Plus. I'll put it right here. And they stream all the games for free. And now the hour span where you live might be a little bit weird, but, you know, if they have the viewership numbers, all that stuff, might be good. So, yeah, check out the app if you're not in Australia. If you are in Australia, please go check out a team. Ton of fun today. I really, really enjoyed myself. Definitely going to be back. Definitely going to be back. Probably bring my fiance next time. Not going to record that one, obviously, because this was just for content. But, yeah, man. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded on this channel in forever. Started my new job basically immediately before, started my new job basically immediately after I started this channel. So then I didn't have a ton of free time to post on here. And I'm sorry that my vlogging skills are terrible. I'm still not super comfortable talking to a camera in public. Hopefully they'll slowly get better over time. But until next time, guys, see ya.